Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. I of course am Brendan, also known as a Hot Pepper Smarty Pants. It's true, I have a card that says so. And today I want to talk to you about Hatch chili. What is it really? And I realized that I did a video last year called What is Hatch chili? But I wanted to give a better one, an update. I feel like I have a couple more things I'd like to say. And so this is the new and updated version of What is Hatch chili? Notice I'm not saying what is a Hatch chili or what are Hatch chilies. Hatch chili is a big thing. There is no specific variety called Hatch chili. Companies that sell seeds for Hatch chili, that's not how it works, and I'll explain why. But one of the funnier things they sell is Hatch green and Hatch red, as if you can't just let your green ripen to red. Anyway, Hatch chili is kind of like Florida oranges or Idaho potatoes. Kind of like a sports team where you have a variety of players that make up a sports team. Hatch chili is a variety of different chilies that are grown in a particular growing region that makes up Hatch chili. So if that analogy makes sense, Hatch chili is literally nothing more than a certain kind of chili grown in the Hatch Valley of New Mexico. If you take seeds from a pod that you got in while let's say you visited the Hatch Valley Chili Festival, and you grew seeds from that and you have your plant, what you grew is not Hatch chili. So what kind of pepper do they grow, or chili? I'll get some flack from Mexicans for that one, sorry. What kind of chili do they grow in Hatch? Well, it goes back to the early 1900s, but simply put, New Mexican pod type is a type of chili. Looks like this. These are New Mexican pod types. I bought these as Anaheim in the grocery store. Anaheim's technically not a variety either. That's a whole separate thing. But this is what New Mexican pod types look like. There are many different kinds of New Mexican pod types, such as Sandia and Lumbre and Big Jim, 6-4, and things like that. So what's growing in the Hatch Valley is varieties of the New Mexican pod type. Some are mild, some are hot, and that's why if you go to Hatch Valley, you can get hot Hatch chili, extra hot Hatch chili, or mild Hatch chili. While those aren't three different heat levels of a Hatch chili, because again, Hatch chili is not a separate variety, it is different strains or varieties, different cultivars of the New Mexican pod type growing in the Hatch Valley. So back to what I was trying to say before, because as usual, no script, lots of caffeine. Hey, caffeine! The New Mexican pod type was developed in the early 1900s at New Mexico State University. However, back then it was called the College of Agriculture and Mechanical Arts in New Mexico. There's a graduate student from the first graduating class named Fabian Garcia, eventually Dr. Fabian Garcia, and he worked on a breeding program to develop a pepper or chili, a chili that was more uniform and could sell more, basically, like a cash crop almost. And what he did is he started crossing two different kinds of chilies, New Mexican land-raised chilies, which were growing in New Mexico at the time, which look like this. That is the New Mexicanancito. It is a land-raised chili that grows in northern New Mexico. I don't know how many of you have seen my land-raised video where I explain this. I think it's Your Pepper Questions Answered, number 2. I think that answers what a landrace is. Anyway, Dr. Garcia was crossing the landrace chilies with a pasilla or chalaca. Depends on where you go. You can find these, and they look like this, but you can find these in markets in California labeled pasilla. I find them up here in Minnesota labeled chalaca. I kind of like them. I think they're really good. When they turn brown, they are so delicious. But he's crossing these and breeding these, and eventually came up with a pod type that resembled this. It was a little bit smaller back then, and it was 1921, and he called it New Mexico number 9, and it was the first released cultivated New Mexican pod type. From there, what eventually became New Mexico State University, where they have the Chili Pepper Institute, big props, would breed more and more peppers for farmers like the New Mex Big Jim, which I brought up, the 6-4, the Lumbre, and also ornamental types and all these other. I mean, if you go to the Chili Pepper Institute's website and check out their seed collection, it's phenomenal. And the best Buchalokias I've ever grown, I got at Chili Pepper Institute. Anyway, all that to say, so that was a lot of information, but all that to say, Hatch chili is not a specific variety. It is merely, although supremely, it is literally just New Mexican pod types of various different cultivars growing in the Hatch Valley region of New Mexico. If you take seeds from one of these, well, not this, obviously, this is the Anaheim from Cub, from a Hatch chili that you bought down there, like you bought, let's say you bought one of the pounds things and you saved it or whatever, or the buckets, or I don't even know what they sell down there. I want to go so bad. If you save seeds from that and grow it in St. Paul or Toledo, you're not growing Hatch chili for no other reason than for it to be Hatch chili, it has to grow in the Hatch Valley. Again, like Florida orange and Idaho potato. It is said that Hatch Valley soil and growing conditions make a superior tasting chili. And if you buy some of the, and I hate to say this, but I'm up in Minnesota, so I have to, but if you buy some of the Hatch brand canned diced green chilies and like a, Target brand or whatever, the Hatch tastes different and better. I'm not saying everyone can taste the difference, and I'm not also saying that I'm that guy. But you can taste the fresh Hatch chili versus a fresh Anaheim chili. I think the Hatch tastes better, or the chili from Hatch, excuse me. It's just so easy to say a Hatch chili or Hatch chilies. I'm sure you understand, but Hatch chili is what I said it was, and that's really all I can say about it. I know this is not too elaborate compared to what I said last year. I just wanted to bring up Dr. Fabian. I actually got a hot sauce called Fabian's Fuego from Chili Pepper Institute, and I wanted to do a taste test while turning it into a lesson about Fabian Garcia, but I couldn't wait, and that stuff is delicious. Delicious. So if you find Fabian's Fuego on the website for this joint, fantastic. So that about wraps up what I wanted to say about that. Set these back in the tree. Enjoy, my wildlife friends. That's about all I got today. I just wanted to say that about what is Hatch chili. If you have any questions or anything you think I left out, or especially if you think I'm wrong, I like being wrong because I love learning. If you have anything you want to clarify or know, throw it down in the doobly-doo. I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Maybe we'll turn it into a Your Pepper Questions Answered video. So I'm gonna go because I'm talking. Caffeine, baby. Hey, be well, inspire to perspire, and have a lovely however long it is till I see you next. Take it easy.
Oh my God, what a dork.